happy hump day. That's right. The week is halfway through. One of the best days of the week is, of course, hump day. One of my favorite days of the week, as you know. One of three. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Today, we're going to talk about a really cool movie. So, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss The Accident Man with Scott Adkins.
Previously on the Nerdy Ronin Network.
Happy hump day. I hope your week is going well. I hope you're just trudging right through it, just charging ahead, looking for the weekend, trying to get there. You'll have to forgive me. My voice is a little wonky. It's probably my producer's fault because Squeaky Chair decided to take a mental health day, and so I made him. He's categorizing movies because no free time around here. So how you doing? Thanks for being here. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. We always appreciate you being here each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And on occasionally other days. You never know. Now, as I've talked about before, Kung Fu movies just kind of skip me by. That doesn't mean I've never seen karate movies, martial arts movies, samurai movies, things of that nature. But the Kung Fu genre, I just never really got into. And I'm resolving that issue now. But I had seen, I guess, way back further, I found a book called The Accident Man about a hitman whose every hit that he does, he makes it look like an accident. And it's been sitting on my bookshelf for a long time. The guy even made a sequel to that, which I found that interesting. I own the sequel as well. Don't remember what it's called at the moment, but neither here nor there. Evidently, a while back, when Scott Adkins was younger, he found a comic book about a hitman who makes hits look like accidents. I guess it was written by Pat Mills, I guess. Anyway, so he's always wanted to do a movie about that character. Now, if you know who Scott Adkins is, you know he is an awesome martial artist. He's been in loads of stuff, and a lot of it is B movies. Nothing against B movies, because some action B movies are just as good as blockbuster movies. They're just not, they don't use as much money to make them. Sometimes you can tell with a B movie, sometimes you can't. It doesn't matter, because if you're watching a fighting movie, a kung fu movie, or a martial arts movie, where there's a lot of hua hua and stuff, sometimes the story's irrelevant. But in today's case, it's extremely relevant. We're talking about Accident Man, 2018, rated R, hour and 45 minutes. About a hitman who makes his hits look like accidents or suicides. He's in a gang of hitmen, each with their own style, and when his ex is killed, he thinks something smells in Denmark. And so he tries to figure out who killed his ex. It's that simple. And Scott Adkins plays the main character. Ray Stevenson is in it. There's several people in it. And it's like a comic book movie. It's not perfect, but it was enjoyable. There was absolutely nothing wrong with this movie. It had been on my list for a long, long time, and I finally decided to pull the trigger and watch this movie and the sequel. Because there's a sequel that just came out not too long ago. And they're both fantastic, but don't get ahead of yourself. I'm going to review the sequel next week. But this movie, Scott Adkins, have you seen John Wick 4? Yes? The big fat dude playing cards that John Wick has a huge battle with? That's Scott Adkins in a fat suit. Looks nothing like him. But man, is Scott Adkins awesome. He is very skilled in martial arts, and he's a fat choreographer. He acts, he's just an all-around jack of all trades. And they made this movie look kind of like a comic book movie. You have the different hitmen. It's right out of the pages of comics. Now, rumor has it, Scott Adkins wasn't as happy as he wanted to be with the end product because him and the director didn't necessarily see eye to eye. That's fine. But I'm here to say Scott Adkins is wrong. It's a fantastic movie. It is exactly what it's supposed to be. It's a martial arts movie. It's got fighting, swords, guns, martial arts. It's got everything. Axes. It's got axes. It's got poisons. It literally has all sorts of things in it. It's well done. It's a fun watch. From point A to point B. And the sequel, even more so, which we'll get into next week. But if you're looking for a great martial arts movie or just violence galore with tons of blood and nothing but fun, then you need to sit down, carve out an hour and 45 minutes, and enjoy the fun that is Accident Man. Man, it's fantastic. So that's it. That's my Humpday review. I know, short, sweet, to the point. And thank you, as always, for being here. Squeaky Chair, and I appreciate each and every one of you. But we gotta get out of here. We got things to do. He's got lots of cataloging to do. And I have errands. For Michael the microphone, Bob, Squeaky Chair, pouting in the back, and this martial arts loving fat nerd. We'll see you on Friday.